Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. We are under the sea. That's where we're at. Well, I don't know if there's actually any sea above us. There's water dripping constantly, so that's got to be coming from somewhere. But yeah, we're in a place called the Tempest. It's a bubble of the ocean created by Bismarck, I guess. And we're hunting down Emmett Selk so we can rescue Grahatia and kick his ass. Emmett Selk's, not Grahatia's. So we are level 80, max level. We can gain no more XP at this point in time. And I took the liberty of getting my Red Mage up to 79, so I can hand in a few of these 79 quests. Just to get some free, nice XP. Waiting in the depths. Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Emmett Silk will be sitting around out in the open. I propose we follow the slope down towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and like to be slippery. Well, yeah, there must be water above us because we're seeing these, like, reflections or whatever they're called. Fat Cat has been everywhere, man. Whether desert or under the ocean, he don't care. He just keeps on running. I don't know what you guys have stopped for. There's plenty to go. Here we go. Eh. Okay. Howdy. Well, I guess they just let people wander in. Are we killing these things because we removed all the water? I guess we'll find out in a minute. The finless ones! They followed me! Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Ah, so this is where the Ondo make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search, and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. Well, we handled that one well. So what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emmett Selk's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? We cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... Mangg, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yulmore? How I had planned to ingratiate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo. The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? That chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest course, then we must needs locate its beginning. 'Tis plain our all-too-traumatic arrival hath thrown this settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not inimical to them, they may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but I do worry that what will happen if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end. I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ascians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation. Thus, I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being. We will make allies of the Ondo. Then it is settled. Yashtola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Simple as that. Mangg, you won't believe who I've just bumped into. This is Pausch Owen, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore. I waited and you did not come. Then the mistel came, but his visits did not continue. I am truly sorry, Pausch Owen. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps. Where the dry return, a cavern to the north, is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many. I believe I can be of assistance there. And what of you, Mangg? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company. Where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Oh, I would love to. How big is this area? Not that big by the looks of it. I guess it makes sense. Big enough. That's for sure. When you can't fly. You know, I'd really prefer it if we put the water back. Because then I could fly. Or swim, I guess. I'm a faster swimmer, too. Oh, well, here's why we got our red mage to 79. go. Oh, we can just manification, do that, and do some of that good stuff. Hey, I don't, you know, I'd like to, I guess I could compare. Let's see how long it would take the Astrologian to kill the next one. Let's just see. We'll even go all out there. Yeah. It's definitely slower. I mean, obviously it should be, but it's not that drastic or terrible. And you only have to kill 3 of them. So, there you go. But either way. You could crack their shells. You must be stronger than you look. I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, Posh Sowen. This was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam, aimless and lost, until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters, and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus, if it is judged that your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design, you will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance, or otherwise, of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Posh Sowen, and will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand. Only, do not try to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. Then why'd you ask me to help you out, you fuck? Alright. City of the Ancients. Ah, Mangg, have you learned aught of note? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Come, okay. So many fucking... How much XP does this side quest give? Let me just see. 410,000 for one side quest. So if you did all of these... It's 11 there. So that's 4.5 million XP if I did every side quest there. That's not a whole lot. Now, there are two tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Okay. And why can't you walk to this survey point and stand here and look at the structures? Okay. The Ondo Cups. Oh, there's a distinctive window there. Tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. You don't say. Now you want me to scrape the building. Scrape it with my ass. Set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. Yeah? You know what I have to say about that, Yashtola? Sneeze! Ugh. And what have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade. Well, I'm just a little guy. Mangg, everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Norvrand, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emmett Selk withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett Selk is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or mayhap, 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. Built by ancient Ascians? That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural in the Katana Ravel. Almet presented it to me during my visit to Fanau after our victory in Kalusia. Here, in the first scene, by Emmett Selk's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have just inspected? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. We must search for the structure which resembles the buildings. Okay. It's at 2111. How about that? How about that, Square Enix? Tell me what to do. Ooh, that looks nasty. You wouldn't want to fall down there. No, sir. There it is. Yeah, you'd probably find that on your own. Even I probably would have found that on my own. Hi, this is the mural writ large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder. Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it did exist. They lived here in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ando chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus can we surmise that what the Ando saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Reen put it, than Emmett Selk himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. But if we are to find this stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ando's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Light of Inspiration. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands we make all reasonable haste. If you are not too weary, it may be useful to speak with Posh Sowen again, and ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. You got it, babe. Alphino's friend, you and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the Walls of the Forgotten? I think I've come from there. Remnants to the northwest, yes? You visited them unbidden. Psh, could it be that your footsteps are guided by the ancients? Yes. I believe it may be so. Listen then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenold. You will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Grenold, there you have it. Let's giggity go. Look at this place. With automatic doors in an ocean. That doesn't seem safe. Oh, that's just great, that is. Me mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grenold, someone's come to visit ye at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or it might be as you're a ghost, eh? Go on, foul shade. Feast yourself on me rotten soul. Got no use for it. Craftsman what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a dome and hammer. And that's an insult to bloody sea slugs. Oh, well, we'll psych him up. That always works. You wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you, spirit? Not what you'd expect from a servant to the netherworld. Have we met before? Might be as we crossed paths back in the Crystarium, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Name's Grenold. This here is meant to be me underwater sanctuary, place where I can give myself over to me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet here we stand. Here ye stand. Now what's so damned important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Ah, the Ondo's lamp. Gods, curse me empty head. I've not so much as made a start. I'm worth less than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery date's long past, me workbench is untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing the light to them ruins will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion. But I just can't bloody well. Me mind's a bleeding blank. It's like I pissed away me last drop of inspiration. Tell me you've got something to show me. Something that'll give me muse a right good kick up the arse. I don't want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering light's got to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal. But just being sparkly's not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean? Okay, he speaks a particular kind of inspiration, the kind that crystallizes only at the culmination of a long and tragic tale. Complete any of the role quest lines. There we have it. The time has come. In a very unexpected way, I suppose. Alright, well, we knew we were going to have to do it eventually, so let's see here. Which one was it? Traditions and Travails. That's the one. Let's get to it. I mean, I could do the DPS one on the red mage, because then the XP for most of it would actually matter, but fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not going to be that anal. Oh, Mangg. Glad you found the place all right. Now for the prey. That'll do. Now I just take a deep breath and... Hey, your mother was a hobgoblin and you ain't much to look at neither. Come here and face me, you craven shite. Though Giat lies prone, the creature appears indisposed to cease its rampage. It seems it will have to be dealt with. Okay. Great. Brilliant. Just brilliant, man. Why wouldn't I have healed him while he was fighting? Isn't that what this is all about? Being a healer? That's what he wanted. He wanted a healer. Oh, now I'm healing. There, get healed. Ah, see, that wasn't so bad. I reckon that I broke 3 or so ribs and at least 1 femur there, but my bones feel just fine now. Better than before, actually. And that beast gave you no trouble. Seems that you're just what I'm looking for, after all. We can talk about the rest back at the Crystarium over a drink or 3. The folks at the Wandering Stairs know how to keep 'em coming. Meet me there. Alright. Don't know what I really accomplished there, but sure. Gulp, 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 blah. There ain't nothing like a flagon of ale after a well-earned victory. You didn't do anything. I didn't say it was my victory. Of course, I did find myself a partner of uncommon skill, so maybe it was, whatever you want to call what we just did, doing it helped us understand each other sure enough. I've seen that you're a masterful fighter, and you learned that I'm fearless as the stone, and so a fellowship is forged. Now that I'm sure you won't get yourself killed, I can tell you about the Sin Eater I'm after. It's one of the so-called cardinal virtues, Sophrosyne, and it's a nasty piece of work. Each of the virtues looks like one of those fools who brought the flood upon us, but this one takes after the worst of the bunch. Lamet, disgrace to all dwarven kind. Knowing that one of our own people is a warrior of light is bad enough, but Sophrosyne, being out there looking all dwarf-like, well, it don't help matters. A cursed thing. The Council of Elders, they don't want to live with the shame of Lamet's sins no more. So the head of the council, the elder, most elder, stay with me here, gave me this job. Hunt down Sulfur Sign. Slay it. See that it don't keep sullying our good name. I'm our strongest warrior, so if anyone's going to do it, it has to be me. That's fine. I'm more than up for a contest of might. The problem I'm having, though, is that Sulfur Sign keeps healing itself, and it's, well, deeply annoying. I suppose it's because Lamet herself was some kind of master of the art, but Sulfur Sign's healing is so powerful that no matter how hard I whack it, I can't leave a scratch. To make matters worse, it also flies around carefree as you please, resurrecting other Sin Eaters. We'll be up to our eyeballs in them forever if we can't do something about those curative powers. That's where you come in, right? Yes. Great. With those skills of yours at hand, we'll find a way to put an end to this stain on my people's history once and for all. You might not have heard, but the tales say that Lamet roamed the land without her helm. She willingly showed her face to those who weren't kin. She knew full well that it would dishonor her and us all, and she did it anyway. Then there's the part about bringing doom on all the world. Not one of our taboos, really, but it's generally frowned upon. And now she's back, face bare to the world, a Sin Eater. What could make a dwarf go so wrong? But we have ale to drink and Sin Eaters to hunt. In that order. You healed my body, sure enough, but I'll need a few more flagons to restore my vigor. And by a few, I mean about 100. Come and find me later. I wish I, converted the XP to money. That would be nice. Affronts and allies. Gulp, 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 gulp. Who are you? You looking at me? You got something to say? Got you, eh? Of course I remember my new partner. And I ain't drunk, neither. I'm a dwarf. It'll take more than, well, however much I had to get me under the table. However much I had. And now you know one more thing about me. This will only strengthen our fellowship, I'm sure. We'll need more than just a sense of camaraderie if we're out to take down Sulfur Sign. So I'm thinking we should start with observation. Get you a look at its healing powers. Let you see what we're dealing with. Now this is the perfect place to overhear the right sort of information if you listen. Don't get the wrong idea. I don't let it get in the way of no important drinking, but I do pay attention. Anyway, what I heard is that Sulfur Sign's been spotted in Kalusia. Then I remembered, there's a little pub over in Stilltide, the Leaky Keel it's called, and they make a decent brew. Some of the folks there should be able to point us in the right direction. It's really more Irish than Scottish, but hey, I'm not a voice actor. I just make Let's Plays, alright? Give me a break, goddammit. Just what are you looking at? Fine. No need to give me that murderous stare. I know what you're thinking. That Giat, you think to yourself, always drinking and lounging about and drinking some more. What a sluggard. What a drunkard. What a magnificent beard. Oh, I wish I had a beard. Actually, yes, I do wish I had a beard like that, and it's bullshit that they restrict Lalafell beards. Yes, I know. You don't need to explain yourself to me. We really should work on finding you a sense of humor. Maybe deal with that after Sulfur Sign. It might take a while. Anyway, you'll be happy to hear that while I was waiting, I got my hands on some prime information. Also some excellent wine, which... No, information first. Right, so according to the local fisherfolk, quite a few Sin Eaters have turned up near the Bright Cliff lately. I suggest we go there and kill as many as we can find. We can't say for sure where Sulfur Sign will appear next, but if it's in the area, it won't pass up a chance to revive its fallen friends, right? And while we're at it, you can vent some of that pent-up rage you've got. Don't need to be pretty, so long as the job gets done. Just make sure to find me again before Sulfur Sign shows up, you hear? Now, no, okay. They won't let me do it as DPS. Oh yeah, I forgot I can fly. Oh, yeah. This is what I love about playing as a healer. It's another one of those things where it's like, if I wasn't recording, I wouldn't really be that bothered. Because I'd just be like probably watching a video or something. I'd just mash R and be done with it. But when I'm recording, you know, my entire focus is on the game. And there's nothing interesting whatsoever to say. And it's sort of kind of awkward, I guess. Not especially, but it's just like, it's just dead air. It's dead air and dead content, basically, and it's never a good thing when you're making a Let's Play. It always just bothers me when there's something like this happening. But, whatever. What can you do? Glad we held off on these quests until I was 80, though. Because now we can fly everywhere and we kill stuff quicker. That should do it. Now we wait to see if sulfur sign shows itself. Over in those bushes, say. And I've got the wine right here. Sounds good to me. There, that's it. See, it revived the other one. Hey, what's wrong? What a lonely place to die. The world outside is even worse than I feared. Someone there? You're alive? Well, why didn't you say so? I can't do much for the dead, but the living, that's a whole other matter. What, you don't know rays? I can't believe it. All my wounds healed. Thank you, kind stranger. Sure, lucky I passed by. You really might have died, you know. You'll hear no argument from me. I was a fool. The thought that the hobgoblin I was after might have friends lying in wait never so much as crossed my mind. I shouldn't have been out here alone. With your magic to keep me fighting, though, their numbers wouldn't pose such a problem. What do you say? You don't look to have a party of your own yet, and I could certainly use a man like you on my side. What? I am no man, you unripened gourd. Why, I've never been so insulted in all my life. Let me tell you what's what. I'm Lamet, proud daughter of the Thole family, and if I catch you mocking me again, I'll put you right back the way I found you, you hear? Yes, ma'am. I certainly didn't mean to offend. The beard misled me, you see. Yeah, what's up with that? Why do they have, like, black skin and yellow eyes? And that's that. Look, Ardbert, treasure. You certainly look the hero. Now let's see you act like one. Hello, Mangg. Hey you, honorless lout. Half-empty flagon. Dumpy little dollop of shite. Your mother was a hob and your face looks like a newborn's arse. Shite's a good word. I prefer shite to shit in a lot of ways. That was colorful. Straight-faced as always. A refreshing round of insults always cheers me up, but I'm starting to wonder if you have as much trouble with fun as you do with jokes. Are you sure your mother ain't a hob? Fine, fine, never mind. At least we got what we came for. And you didn't miss much. After Sulphur Sign brought the other eater back to life, they both floated off to who knows where. But what happened to you? You saw Sulphur Sign? No, the real Lammet's passed. Huh, I knew you'd have some kind of weird power. Sounds to me like what you witnessed was the beginning of Lammet's journey, right after she left home. It's odd. You said she was wearing her helm and she helped out that injured traveler, just like any dwarf of honor would do. Maybe. Maybe she wasn't born a monster. But then... It don't sit right with me neither. But standing around wondering about it won't do nothing but make us thirsty. We're done here, so let's go back to the Crustarium. Crustarium, that's what I said right there. That's my nickname for the place. Ah, there ain't nothing like a flagon of ale after a job well done. Don't give me that look. I did stuff this time. You saw. And you also saw Sulphur Sign work its magic. But since you haven't said nothing about it yet, I'm guessing you didn't have no sudden revelations about how to stop it. Don't worry. I didn't expect you to solve my whole problem just like that. I only need you to remember what you saw today. Keep it in your mind. And maybe something will come to you when you're working your magic elsewhere. Me, I like to think while I drink. It's the most efficient way. So you can find me here if you need me. I'll let you know when I have a plan. Yeah, you have a plan right now. Tally-ho! Looks like you've been training hard. In fact, your muscles are so much bigger, it's almost like there's 3 of you. Yes, I'm joking, as you know. But you do seem stronger. I don't suppose you came up with a clever plan for stopping Sulphur Sign while you were at it. Don't worry, I have another test in mind that'll get us some more information. Then we'll be better set to think of something. We'll be killing Sin Eaters again, but this time you're healing them. Well, trying to anyhow. I don't expect it to work. Sin Eaters ain't like us, or like any sort of normal creature. But by seeing your healing magic fail to heal him, we should learn why it don't work. Then maybe we can figure out what's so different about Sulphur Sign. I've heard from folks passing through that stray Sin Eaters find their way to Amarang pretty often. Meet me at Mordzuk and be ready for carnage. Well, here we have another place I can fly. Gulp, 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 burp. You know, I heard that the liquor here ain't fit to drink, but it's not half bad. Gets the job done and with a real kick. Oh, I know what you're thinking. That Giat always down in one ale or another, you think to yourself. And so good at it, too. I'm uncontrollably jealous. I just can't take anymore. And you quietly weep on the inside. I'm sympathetic, I am. But my drinking is important. No, indispensable. Dwarves get fiercer the more they drink. Really fuels the fire within. I can see you don't believe me. Fine. You leave me no choice. I'll show you. I'll go on ahead and dice some sin eaters in the time it takes you to finish off this Mord swill here. Just gulp that down and come and find me, southeast of here. You'll see. Okay, I actually have to drink this? A half-finished bottle of alcohol apparently purchased by Giat sits on the mat. The local concoction within is a deep brown, and from it wafts a stench that can only be described as atrocious. Yeah, I'll drink it. I'll drink it. I'm sort of a dwarf. You hold your nose and gulp down the remaining liquid. At first, you taste only the scent of a spring breeze with a whiff of sheep's dung, but you then note the aftertaste. It's the flavor of your favorite fruit, with a hint of feet. Amazing! You finish! Of all non-Mord customers, only you and Dwarf ever drink so much. Goddamn right. Now me and Present Bear are gonna go on our way. See, your average sin eater's no match for me. Not with the power of tradition and alcohol on my side. As a matter of fact, I put down another before I got around to this one here, but, I did the job a bit too well. Really mangled the thing. It was pretty gross, flattened in all the wrong places with bits poking out and the like, so I got it out of here. Anyway, you get the idea. I drink a lot, I kill stuff. You have to admit that it's an effective strategy. And now that we've got our Sin Eater patient, you can try out your healing on it. Go on. As we thought, nothing. Did you figure out the why of it? I think it was never really alive to begin with. You're right on that one. Sin Eaters may look like people or beasts, but it's like they're just pretending. They're not truly alive. Only the light drives them, keeps them going like winding an automaton. And healing magic ain't meant for restoring life to something that didn't have none to begin with. But if Sulphur Sign's power ain't like the healing magic we know, what is it? I also wonder why it don't come and revive this one. Is it just too far away to take notice? Then again, I never heard tale of it appearing at Holminster Switch neither, and so many Sin Eaters got killed there that you'd think it would take note eventually. But why only resurrect some Sin Eaters and not others? This is all too much thinking, not enough drinking. To the Crystarium. That was it. Wow, okay. Why not just have like an hour-long cinematic and then be done with it? The Mord stuff's alright, but this here is fine ale. At least that's what my body tells me, and I always listen. That's how I keep my muscles primed and my spirits high. Speaking of, would it kill you to relax a little? Being so serious all the time can't be good for you. And the silent staring just makes you seem morose. We won't kill Sulfur any faster for not drinking, that's for sure. Nothing comes easy to sober folks. And that's why I need a few more in me before I can really get to work figuring out why Sulfur does what it does. I keep feeling like I'm missing something obvious, but... Gulp, 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 gulp. Lally ho! I'd ask if you're here for a drink, but I know you ain't. You've got that serious look about you, as usual. I've got my usual here, too. My 5th round of it, in fact. Ha! Why so few, you ask? Well, I stepped away for a while to do some research, but that Morin blow kicked me right out of the cabinet of curiosity, and then banned me for life. Spill just a wee bit of mead on the books, and he chases you out with the fury of 1,000 floods. That man could use a drink, if you ask me. What's the glare for? Don't tell me you're siding with him over me. We're supposed to be partners. After I worked so hard to find us new information on Sulfursign, drank so much, sat with those dusty tomes until not one but both of my buttocks went numb. Did you find anything? You know, after what I went through at the cabinet, your complete refusal to acknowledge anything I do is kind of comforting, actually. Anyhow, I did get some new information from a reliable source, a drinking buddy of mine. Sulfur was seen recently in the Raktika Greatwood. If we do some of our signature eater slaying in the forest, there's a chance we'll draw it out. I figure that sitting around thinking is getting us nowhere, and research can only take us so far. So why not? Maybe fighting it together will teach us something we couldn't learn otherwise. We can't kill it, but the two of us should be more than capable of getting a few whacks in and making an escape. I've fought it before and come away fine. Mostly. So that's the plan. Meet me at Slitherbow, then we go up Pummelin. Alright, let's do it. There you are. I didn't mention it earlier, but I've been here looking for Sulfursign before. I know almost everyone in Slitherbow, actually. Sure, they seem an odd lot at first, what with worshipping the darkness and all, but once you get to know them, share a few drinks. They're not bad folks. Make a fine wine, too. Shame you can't get it anywhere else. Anyhow, they've been helping me out while I enjoy the local spirits. Seems that Sulfursign's shown itself in the blind forest of Ixmaya, east of here. Let's get out there and slay a few sin eaters each, like we did before. See if that brings it to us. You know, as terrible as my accent is, or my impression, or whatever you want to call it, it's a lot easier on my vocal cords than, like, those usual, like, gruff voices. Or the raspy voices. So, it's all good. I'll just voice every character like a terrible Irish impression. Alright, here we go. This is the level 76 quest. So after this we have the 78 and then finally the 80. And then back to the main stuff. Based on that, I would expect us to finish Shadowbringers in probably 2 more videos. If it wasn't for the role quest, we could have done it next time, but... oh, God. Yeah. Grilling stuff going on here, though. I really would have thought for like the healer role quest, it would be like, it would emphasize your role as a healer. And so you'd have to do like healing challenges or something as part of it. Like, you know, I'd be helping heal Giat while he fights everything. But that's apparently too much effort or something for them to put in. They don't want to have anybody have to heal in this game. I don't know. I don't know. It's sort of weird. Right, that looks good. Well, not good, but you take my meaning. Now we settled in and hope that Sulfur Sign's feeling charitable today. Oh, a duty. A duty. Where is it? I'm nearly out of wine. Oh, there. Don't forget, we still need to find out how it does what it does. So make sure you're watching, not just walloping. Okay. Watch closely. Wait for it. There. Why doesn't it fix the other one, though? Well, makes our lives easier, I guess. Charge! Okay, she's like some great, powerful healer. No, apparently not. She's healing. No, she's casting stone. This thing's at 12%. That's not a very good healer. How does it do it that fast? It's called Swift Cat. Oh, I'll take Sulfur Sign. Great. I will sit here for a while. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Just as I was saying, like, why can't we just heal people? It's like, oh, fuck this guy, he's dying. Got her. She's dead. We murdered her. Did we do it? Oh, of course not. Healing magic is so annoying. No offense intended. Mangg! Oh, not again! This is the Guardian. You excited, Lamet? I... Yes, of course. I've come this far, and I will claim the legacy of Ronka. I assume I get to... Okay, here we are as Lamet. We've got a stone, and a cure, and a medica, and an Asuna, and a renew. Okay. I don't know why the healer's pulling, but sure. Again, like, why can't I see, you know, the party? You have, look at this party bars over here. Why don't you just put the other people in there? See, I can't even see that she's, like, got the... I guess I have to just read the text. Yeah. I mean, it's certainly it's like healing Amtara Deepcroft or something. It's not really what you want to do when you're level 79 or 80. Yeah. Yeah, I save lives. But this is what I wanted, I guess. This is what I wanted. Sort of. I wanted you to be forced to heal in order to continue the quest. And that's what that was. If you didn't heal, you would have failed. Everyone all right? All's well. Now let's get what we came for. The lost restorative magic of Ronka. You sense the power in it. Yes, there can be no mistake, Clyde. Kilva. Kilva? This is it. And my only path is forward. Wise Guardian, In the name of the royal house of Ronka, I implore you, grant me your knowledge. Lamet. I did it. The spell is mine at long last. I can save my sister. And you will. We'll meet up with Brandon and Nilebert, and then we'll see you home. Hey, oh he of inferior beardliness, egg-face, Hobson, get it together for Stone's sake. Seeing into the past is a nice trick and all, but could you maybe, I don't know, wait until we're not in mortal peril next time? Driving Sulphur Sign away without pulverizing you in the bargain was no mean feat. If I weren't, well, me, we'd both be dead right about now. I hope you learned something worth the trouble, at least. So Lamet was after a spell from old Ronka. That could be the secret of Sulphur Sign's power, but it's hard to know for sure. Whatever Lamet did to pry those secrets out of the ruins was right complicated by the sound of it, and she took the power with her. We need to think on how we can confirm what you saw. Maybe find out what that magic actually does. Yes, over a nice mug of ale. No, mead. No, ale first, then mead. Alright. He is a dwarf. Nothing goes down so well after a fight than ale. Ain't no higher truth in this world than that. Don't give me those, there goes Giat waxing philosophical about the ale again eyes. I'm doing this for your own good. It's plain that you never had a proper education. It's like this, you pick the right booze for the right job. You've got your ale for before and after physical fights, of course, but you've also got mead for reading, wine for singing, and your hard liquor for those times when you need to tell some Hobson to go stick his head in the forge. Me, I'll be switching to the mead. I'm thinking I might find something about what happened to Lamet's sister if I look through my village's old annals. And hopefully I can get my hands on some historical records of Ronka, more and be damned. I don't know what you'll be getting yourself into while I'm at it, but you make sure to bring the right drink for the job. I'll let you know when I've got something worth pursuing. Alrighty. We will leave it off there for now. Like I said, we got 2 more role quests to do with Giat. Then go back and finish up that main story quest. And then there are only 4 main story quests remaining before the end of Shadowbringers. Like I said, I don't think we'll finish all that in the next video, but what that'll probably mean is that the video after that will just be the final quest, but it'll probably end the video in a reasonable amount of time. So that's a nice change of pace. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy XIV. See you fine folks in the next part.